Everybody likes a good spectacle, don't they? Here's Square Enix trying desperately to prove they're still relevant as an international developer in 2016, despite their flagship franchise dawdling in pretentious mediocrity for over a decade. 15 feels like a last-ditch effort to make Final Fantasy appeal to people again, and the result is a front-loaded game with a lot of problems and no real substance at its core. Sounds like a disaster. In many ways, Final Fantasy 15 feels like this year's MGS5. There's a big, empty, open world that feels excessive. The last few hours of the game are miserable. It turns its back on series conventions to appeal to a broader, mostly American audience. MGS5 was terrific though. Did you forget about the remote controlling your fist through the air and exploding into the side of somebody's head? It's an unbelievable game! Final Fantasy 15 can boast similar highlights. The bulk of the game is a delight. Travelling through this beautiful expanse of the world and feeling like a part of it all. For all the ridiculous earth-shattering scenes the game can sell itself on, the quiet parts are what give the game real value. Taking your time, exploring, talking to people and enjoying the characters is what makes 15 such a memorable experience. Looking back at the game is like remembering a holiday with friends. I don't want a statement like that to undermine just how terrific much of the main objectives are. Dungeons feel organically constructed with an incredible level of detail, and the battle system works with the level design without ignoring the tactical team-based combat conventions the series has built itself on. There's a refreshing variety in the environments. In a lot of RPGs, locations either feel modern or historical as a binary variable. In 15, some locations feel 50 years old, or centuries old, or at the cutting edge of industrial design. It makes the world feel like something that has developed through centuries and lends the game a real sense of culture. There's not much that feels like it was contrived to directly push along the main story. The common point of praise towards Final Fantasy XV is its characters, and if you haven't played the game and find that claim distances you from its fans, I can relate. I wasn't convinced I'd like them either. The main four boys are all shallow, predictable anime stereotypes, and they have a lot of fairly obnoxious qualities to them. They're not terribly well written or believable. That's not their appeal. They're good in the same way Animal Crossing characters are. They're enthusiastic and supportive, and they genuinely seem to get along with the rest of the group in their own ways. They're nice to be around, and it's endearing to see them interact and help each other, independent of your influence. They add something to the game that doesn't necessarily aid the gameplay or the plot in a traditional sense. They draw you in by establishing themselves as supportive companions through the quiet moments, and when they're given more tension in certain points in the story, or even when you just need to rely on somebody's specific ability in a fight, it means more to you. They're what carry Final Fantasy XV from feeling like a game into feeling like a real adventure. And that's really why those who love Final Fantasy think it's so great. It draws you in emotionally, not in the sense that its dramatic twists will make you laugh or cry necessarily, but you do feel something. Your interaction with the game feels sincere, and when something big happens, it feels all the bigger for that. I can understand why series fans would feel conflicted about the game, but for me, it's done a great job of demonstrating what's appealing about the series. It's a big adventure that I'll always be able to look back on fondly.